Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Endless Sky. I have spent hours grinding up money. Like, I don't even know how long it was, but it's been like a couple of days since my last recording. Just because I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of episodes just grinding up money, and I didn't feel like streaming it because then I have to say something and make good commentary out of it. It was literally, I would be watching other YouTubers and their content while grinding up cash, and I forewent most of the mission ones except for the escort ones, just because those were paying a good bit of money, and I could sell off their ships because I had the mule. So that took forever and a day, but we have $19 million, or credits, not dollars. We're gonna go buy ourselves a behemoth and trick it. So yeah, where's the behemoth? We're actually pretty close. I tried to get us pretty close to where they would be, but this is where I ended up going pretty far down here. I tried to stay up north-ish, but I went into like some syndicate space for some of those escort jobs. I sold off all the ships I got just because they weren't any good anyways. I didn't feel like having a bunch of just useless ships lying around. Like, it was a bunch of sparrows, a couple of wasps, a couple of quicksilvers, which quicksilvers are pretty good when you get them in a large horde, but I didn't feel like paying for each one of them. I think it's like 3 crew per. I did not want to spend all of that money, and they don't have good carrying capacity anyways for other non-combat related missions. So I basically just sold everything I got off. So we are gonna head up to shipyards. I know I just pulled this up, but I've already forgotten where I needed to go. The nearest one is there. Okay. So yeah, we're pretty much rocking the same sets. I ended up putting an afterburner on my mule because things kept outspeeding me, and I kept dying over and over again, which was really annoying. But anyway, shipyard, behemoth, purchase. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, that was weird. One of my windows just popped up in front of me. Azure Destiny, Wise Dragons, Tears and Rain, Snow, the North, 3 Lords. Destiny Wings, sure, that sounds really cool, actually. I like that as a name. We're gonna use this thing as our main flagship, even though the mule has more crew personnel. This thing, hold up, let's just take it out for a spin real quick. Oh, I've got it on speed up. It's slow right now. We're gonna upgrade it. That's why I got extra money. But it has 6 turret mounts. I'm actually going to switch them up here, and it's got 2 gun ports. So this thing is almost worthy of being called a heavy warship. It's that good, which is why I really wanted it. I didn't want to go straight to Bactrian, even though I could have spent another hour or two to get up enough money. But it would have been a bare bones Bactrian, and it would have been like, it would have been a really big jump, I feel like, and I really wanted to play around with this thing, going to be honest. We are actually going to change around the way these are. I like, personally, it's just a personal preference, I like keeping it symmetrical. So we're going to have 2 heavy lasers in the turret, in the back, 2 in the front, and then the anti-missiles in the middle, which should pretty much cover the whole ship. So then we're going to go outfitter. It has 40 outfit space free, 40 weapon capacity free, only 9 engine capacity, which is kind of a problem. But these are also the super bulky, don't do much of anything, ion ones. So we'll be replacing those with atomics. Let's go Sidewinders. These ones are pretty good because they're meant for breaking through anti-missiles. But they don't do as much damage as, like, these, for instance. But these also cost a lot more to use. And, they don't hold as many per, torpedo thing. Like, you have to buy, like, torpedo tubes and whatnot. I don't feel like doing that. Let's see. We've got an okay shield generator. We're gonna go back up to high space and get some of their stuff too. But for right now, let's make our way up to the deep. Okay, we need fuel pods. I forgot how low fuel this thing has. Let's do jobs. I know I reset that thing like 18 times. But we can do things like this. Okay, well that's a rush job. I don't like rush jobs. 2 passengers. Sure, why not? This thing is slow, but it gets the job done really well. Oh, it's got a scram drive. Hold up. That's why it's chewing so much fuel. Okay. Didn't notice that. The scram drive is pretty good. I don't like having a scram drive, just because, it takes up an extra bit of outfit space, and it burns too much fuel for my liking. Like, if I'm gonna burn fuel, I want it to be with a jump drive, because I don't really care about waiting a little bit extra for the turn. And honestly, this thing's turn radius isn't that bad. Especially on speed. It's really not that bad. And we're literally going up to upgrade it right now. Mystery retrieval. Alright. Those are weird. Those almost feel like they're illegal. And they don't pay nearly enough. Those do have bits of interesting text, though. Like, there's one that's like a gag mission that you can sometimes get, which is just kind of the developers messing around a bit. Which I don't mind, they're pretty fun. But, let's see here. You take up, you've got, 35 and 46. So what's 35 and 46? That's about these ones. Hopefully I can fit them. Of course I can't. But of course. Okay. Wait, hold up. That's just a bit of dialogue that comes out when you don't have the correct outfits installed for something. Outfitters. Just wanted to look at the map. I wish it would do that if you tried to leave the planet and not just, if you tried to leave the outfitter. Where's the highs? Here we are. 44. Yeah, if we get the high ones, again, they don't give as much push force, but they'll give us more they'll give us more outfit space, so we can actually put both of them on. This thing can almost go toe-to-toe if it's got a little bit of support with some Korath ships. Which, I want to get that in an episode, but I don't know how I can. I don't want to say manipulate, because that gives the wrong kind of connotation, like I'm cheating. But I want it to be, like, not an episode of just, like, deliberately going out and trying to get it. But we could, that would be interesting to go explore some of that stuff. Because getting a jump drive is, like, not quite the next step. The next step for us is actually, going to be starting to take on some of these free worlds missions. I personally like to, before, well, I don't want to spoil it, but I think it's fairly obvious what happens. Oh, right, hold up. We have 4 outfit space. That takes 8. Gosh darn it. What takes up so much outfit space that you have? That takes up a lot of outfit space. Honestly, that thing has really outlived its usefulness. Argosy's good for mid-early. We've got a behemoth now. We don't need it. We honestly need a couple more. I might go for another mule, but I don't want to go for another mule actually. Now that I think about it, because I want to kind of I don't want to buy too many of one ship. I kind of want to get several interesting different ships. I get we're close to a pirate planet. Come on, we're also close to a military base. Which, I'm not sure if I've said that or not. It says it in the flavor text. Farpoint is a massive military base. There's huge amounts of military supplies there for, like cruisers and stuff. Oh, we're slow. Yeah, we need to go faster than this. This is sped up. Which it honestly doesn't really feel sped up. We want to go there. Actually, I'm getting an idea here. We didn't go see them in the last episode, but we might go see the hostile stuff. Maybe we try to take over one of their ships, because they've got a water bug, which is the, no, I can't, okay. It's that ship right there. The little, the one with the pods on the outside looking thing. That wouldn't be bad to have as a little ship. Okay, yeah. It's just, I was wondering if that was an escort mission. They do have escort missions here, which pay a lot of money. But they're mostly, like, on that planet over there. Which I did a lot of those. Well, I say a lot. I did, like, I took, like, 6 of them on at once. Which was frustrating. I learned my mistake from that one. Okay, we're just gonna test this. I think it's that planet. Yep. Pardon the background noise if you can hear that. I'm not sure if you can. I heard it, but someone's calling my sister. Okay. I need to think about this. Hold up. Shipyards. We've still got a decent bit of money. We've got 6 mil. We could buy our way on there, or we could potentially try to fight the Unfettered, which is what they're called. They're called the Unfettered High, which is like, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but Unfettered means unchained or unbound, which is kind of like their thing. They're like supposed to be free-spirited, and like they don't really care about laws. They're like, heck you guys, we're gonna do whatever the heck we feel like. We want to take your stuff, we'll take your stuff. So they're basically pirates, but different. Yeah, I think that's one of their planets. They were at that one, which we've been to, and it's not one, but it has a good chance of their fleets jumping into that system. So we are gonna park this one. I kind of want to bring the Raven, but at the same time I don't. I feel like we should probably get another, a better warship escort before we do that. So actually, wait, let's look here. What do we feel like getting? They've got a light warship, which, is tier 1.5, so it's actually gonna be pretty good. It's about the total amount we have right now on us. It has, what does it have? We can't see what weapons it's got currently equipped, so we'd have to go to a planet that sells them. Which is fine, we can take some missions to this planet. We actually don't even have enough to buy one. We're like 100,000 short. This boy's expensive. But it's, in my opinion, with the exception of a couple of freighters out there, it's definitely top 3, if not the one of top 2 or top number 1 for best heavy freighter. Well, no. Okay, every not stupidly broken heavy freighter. Ships that are actually freighters. Because technically speaking, the Korath World ship is both obtainable and technically a heavy warship. Although, I speak from personal experience when I say it's way more of a transport than a heavy freighter. It's got like, well, I did put a lot of mass expansions on it, but it has like not very much storage space. It should be classified as a transport. I also think that the transports there needs to be better transports. That's one of my main complaints about the game, is because a lot of people complain that the Bactrian is so broken, because it's got good shields, it's got good it has decent weapon capabilities, but it's basically the best of every ship, for the most part, until you get into like tier 2 stuff, then in which it gets outclassed in the combat scenario, which it's actually classified as a warship, which is kind of ironic. And I mean, it really just gets outclassed as a transport and a flagship. It outclasses everything else except for the world ship. We're gonna take all those shipyards, has a shipyard, and doesn't sell that, which I want one of these. They're fun. I liked having one in just as like a little going around fleet. Eventually we're going to start building up a big war fleet, and then I want to have a Bactrian by then, which again is I don't want to complain too much about the Bactrian because it's a good ship. I'm more complaining about the fact that there's not better actual transports. Like the best transport in the game, I think I think the best one in the game, if I'm not terribly mistaken, is the Star Queen, which doesn't even, I think the Bactrian at its base form outclasses it as a transport, which is just silly. It shouldn't outclass it as a transport. Like, hold up, shipyards. Yeah, Star Queen holds 112 and takes 43 crew. So, it's the best. It's definitely the best transport in human space, and I'm pretty sure it's the best one out of all of them, because I don't think that there's many other transports outside of human space that are actually transports. But then it was like 112, right? So then we go to the Bactrian, 245, and that's its base level. This is without throwing mass expansions, or they're called outfit expansions now, but any outfit expansions, anything like that, not throwing extra bunks on it. Like, I think you can get close to like 400 or 500 bunks with it completely gutted and only used for as like transporting things, which we'll eventually do, because I would like to get another Korath world ship, and we'll do that on a live stream at some point, probably after we finish part 1 of the main storyline. Anyway, enough talk about that. If the Endless Sky devs are watching this, the problem is not the Bactrian being broken, it's the problem that there's no better ships anywhere else to do its job, other than the one world ship that takes, it's like shiny hunting. It's like one of those type of things. Because it's technically possible, it's just such a slim chance. It took me like 5 hours to get. Oh! This is a Korg Ring world, for those of you who didn't know. This is, we didn't actually go there, we only went to Echo. But, there's one being built down here. And one of those. This is basically what they do. I think they might talk about it if we land on it. They don't. Okay. Pretty much what they've done to this system is they've pretty much this would be a system that had nothing in it, like no life, inhabitable planets. They basically harvest all of the planets and things in the system, except for the star, and then build a massive ring around the star that rotates around it in an orbit, pretty much, but not an orbit. If that makes any sense. I'm probably explaining that really bad. But basically, the star keeps it in place, and it rotates around it. Anyway, so they build these. There's pretty much, I think, there's at least one or two for pretty much every species. I think, every, race in the galaxy. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong about that. Could be wrong. I know that there's, I think there's, like, one or two that don't. But anyway, that's that. Honestly, I would like to see more Quark stuff, in the future, if the devs are watching this. Quark stuff would be pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. But anyway. We are out, missions. Oh. That's odd. I thought you got missions from here. I know you can get missions down here from the Quark. I mean, there's not many of them, and they don't pay well. Okay. Shipyards, let's see. We really need to just focus on getting another, warship. We could go for a roost. Those are slow, but they do hold fighters, which is pretty nice. I want an osprey. You know what? No, that's what we're doing. We're getting an osprey. It's completely overpriced, which again, I don't really get, because mule costs like a couple million less, like 2 or 3 million less than it, and is the best medium warship that you can get, because it's like the Bactrian. It's basically a baby Bactrian is what the mule is. This is one of those missions. We could be here for a small bit, but I want it. I want to do it. Outfitter, hold up. How much? Ooh, we don't have... Outfitter, wait. Did we buy any of those? We didn't even buy anything on those. That was kind of dumb of me. I didn't buy laser rifles when I was out capturing. That would probably save me about a couple hours. That's 32 people on my flagship. That's pretty good. We could probably capture some of the smaller and medium warships. Oh, wait, we didn't... Hold up. Okay, we're gonna do it anyways. But we're gonna go back. I just realized we didn't even buy the thrusters we bought before in the first place. Because I was looking at there, and I was like, oh, well then. That was certainly interesting. Yeah, that thing can probably defend its own out here. Heavy warships. Is Is the Firebird a light or it's a medium warship? Interesting. We're probably going to need to park the Raven eventually too, but I really like the Raven design-wise, and it's a good ship regardless, because it's really fast. Like, if we threw atomics on this, we would be actually flying. Attempt capture. Attack. 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 Map. Well, that will help us, actually, a lot. Hold up. It can't make the jumps, though, so, we're gonna park it. Yeah, it's only got 400 fuel. This is also, I did talk about this in, I think, the last episode. There are 2 ways to get here. Oh, wait. Does it actually have enough? Because, no, it's at 400, and we need to be able to get all the way through it, not just part of the way. Oh, wait. How many crew do I have? 32? That should at least help us a small bit. I mean, they don't even take up any, they don't take up any space to have, so I like putting them on, all my flagships. I don't put them on all my ships just because that's a waste of money, because the other ones can't use them. Which would be interesting, because you can buy, like security checkpoints and stuff for your ship, for defense. But, it would be interesting to actually see, like, the pirates, if you're disabled, board your ship. And, like, it would bring you into that menu, where it was, like, the attack, defend, and you could pick one. So, like, it would basically give more need if you're frequently disabled. It would give more need for, those defense ones, because you can click defend, which is one of the main ways you can actually get the Korath world ship, which we'll get into later on how we do that. It's kind of a pain. It's more than kind of a pain, but anyway, we're gonna go. I might throw some atomics on the Raven too. We definitely need a bit of upgrades for sure. Just because this is pretty slow. This thing has, I think, if I remember correctly, it's got really good shields and stuff. I really like this ship, if you guys couldn't have guessed already. Because I just think, design-wise, it's a very nice ship. And the fact that it's good at more than just one thing, which a lot of ships in this game seem to be, which, to be fair, is pretty balancing. But it's nice to have them be able to, for instance, with the, it's more of a choice. Because the Behemoth carries, it carries less than the bulk freighter, and it costs more than the bulk freighter. But the bulk freighter only has, like, I think it's got, like, 1 or 2 of the standard, laser turrets, and then, like, I think a missile launcher, and that's it. Whereas the Behemoth has, yeah, like, it's got turret mounts free, 0 out of 5, and that's, like, all, small little stuff. And then it's got 2 gun ports, so it's got missiles and then a little bit of turret. But it's got only 410 outfit space compared to 510 of the Behemoth, and 180 compared to 280 weapon capacity. And that stuff goes really fast, especially when you're dealing with turrets. Like, hold up. The, heavy turret, 40 tons. So that's already, if you want one of those, that's like over half of, not over half, that's like over a third of what it can hold. The, bulk freighter. And it doesn't have nearly as good shields and hull. And I just like the design. It looks to me like one of those, it looks like a massive cargo jet, if that makes any sense. Or like one of those big, flying fortresses from, World War II. That's what it reminds me of. We're gonna talk to you. Offer bribe. I almost clicked demand tribute there, because, semi-recently, I took over, you can take over almost every planet in human space, except for, like, one, because it's a religious hub, which I ended up actually asking on the, I forget where I asked about it, but I asked the developers why that was the case, and they explained. So it was, I like that it's there lore-wise. It just, when I first looked at it, I was like, is that like a bug or something? It's intentional, which is pretty cool. I respect that. Anyway, so we want to sell you, sell you, sell you, sell you. Then we want 73. That's the steering, that's the thruster. Wait, steering, 7. Yeah, it doubles. It doubles the arm out of turn. That doesn't do actually as much, thrust. But it's also half the space needed. So actually, we might, we could mix and match here a little bit. We could go, oh, I was looking at the wrong one. So never mind. Yeah, we'll buy those. So that's double what we have for those. But they do take up more energy. Like, turning energy 120 compared to 66. It's double. Well, slightly under double. Let's buy that too. Nuclear. They've got 111 outfit space. We could go with that, or we could go with that. That costs a lot of money. This costs not a whole lot. How much do these things take? 120 turn, 252. So we want something that can produce more than that. That's like 300 something. This, that wouldn't be enough. That's 58. So it's like over half our space that we have available. But it does do a good bit. Yeah, let's go with the geode reactor, see how that works out for us. Sell that diamond. We've got that. I think the radar jammers, scramble, yeah, occasionally cause missiles to lose their targets. Which is pretty okay for right now. What else do we want? Wait. How much? 32 weapon capacity. No, we wouldn't have enough to throw ions on it. And plus, I still don't think we're going to be able to turn super quick. Let's take it off that. Yeah, we're pretty much double what we were before, so we can move pretty quick. just not super duper. That makes any sense. We want fuel pods. How much did that take off? While firing. Oh, you know what we need? Super capacitor. That should fix that. Okay, yeah, we can see that. How much it. So moving while shooting drains it pretty much entirely. So we want. What did I buy that is so much space? We had a decent bit before. Oh, the fuel pods. Okay, let's. That's 900 fuel is plenty. That's plenty of fuel. In fact, we could go 800. 800 works. Let's try a chasm battery. See how that works out for us. So it really only matters when we try to turn, and even then, as soon as we stop turning, it'll come right back. So I think that'll probably fine. And then I want a afterburner on this thing just for those emergency scenarios. So outfitters. I'm also. Ooh, this episode's gonna run long, but I don't really care. I like the longer episodes. They're fun, and I can just do more in them because I feel like I'm not getting a whole lot done in some of these episodes. We want afterburner. Literally right there. Okay. Let's just get within. That way, these guys, the AI usually works pretty well with this. They've really tuned it since the first time I played this game. Like for instance, I had a problem once where they wouldn't go through the wormhole points. Like they'd had fuel and everything. They just weren't pathfinding to land, which I think they fixed pretty recently, which is very nice, because I ended up losing a lot of money because of that. Like, it was an absurd amount of money, because one of the first times I played through this game, I had like a bunch of just like freighters, just because I was super new to how combat worked, and almost every time I got into a fight, my ships got blown up. So I was pretty much sitting on nice little trade routes, and I ended up accidentally finding Ultima Thule the first time I played through this game. Pretty much almost all of the exploration in the game was accidental. I think it was only towards the end of the game when I actually found out because of Captain Pester. One of his things is you can like talk to him and that kind of stuff with the hail and that kind of stuff. He mentions their GitHub and that kind of stuff. So I actually, because I saw that, went and started looking at some of their stuff that they were doing, and found out like, I think I'm actually on the experimental build right now. I'm not sure. I can't remember. The build I'm probably playing on is probably outdated. I haven't been keeping track of what they've been doing recently. That's frustrating. That is frustrating. I wish that there was a way to change those. I mean, they've got the outfits and those kind of expansions, mass expansions, or not mass. It's cargo, cargo and outfits. They used to be called mass expansions. The outfits ones did. Anyway, I wish that there was a way to upgrade engine and that kind of stuff capacity, because that's frustrating when you're 1 point off. That's like really upsetting, because that could potentially cost me now, because I might get outsped by something. Like I had a problem with a Corvette with pretty much all particle cannons, and because that's why I had to get the it on my mule, was literally just to be able to outspeed it. Job. Let's take some jobs down here. Transport family to Antipode. Accept mission. I'll do that escort. And now I can do these. And then just jump out. So much easier, because that's so much better than before. The atomic really they blew up my ship. Gosh darn it. It's fine. That was like maybe 200 bucks. Nice, we are getting the money going now. Alright, now we've got our route planned out. Okay, I just did something weird with my screen. No, we're gonna go around this way. I know I'm taking the long way again, but it's also because I'm approximately $6 million short. But if I take the long way, I might be able to make that much money just going down. Skillet. Where's Skillet? That's a lot of money, though. Or... Okay, you know what? We're gonna do it. Because that's a lot of money, actually. That's a lot of money. Whoa. That's like... We could, in theory... Hold on. How long do I have for that one mission? Tourist corporate retreat. We have till January 21st. It's December the 12th. I think we have time to stop. Yeah, because we're gonna have to stop anyways. For fuel. I like doing these ones, but at the same time, they're not as interesting. I want to get into the piratey kind of style ones where we literally just go, we sit over a pirate system and we just like fight people and take over their ships. Which is how I like to play most of this, because you get money that way because of like all the cores. Like, pirate ships are pretty tricked out as is, and then you get all of like you get to sell the whole entire ship. So you get the base, which is discounted. It's all at 25% of what it would be to buy it. But still, you get so much money for doing this. Like, it's insane how much money you can make off of just taking over, like, a few ships. Nope, nobody died, okay. It's okay. I thought for a second I had just, like, lost an important ship or something. Right, because, we parked the other ship. The Bounder. Oh. And that's only 22? And then we have to get back down here by January 21st. Which is... 11 jumps. So... I'm doing some quick math real quick. 6 days left in that, so then 6 plus 21 is 27. So we have 27 total days until we have to be there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, we can make a few stops. No, I don't want to do those just because I don't feel like fighting pirates right now. Okay, but that's not even remotely on the way. Okay, what about you? Okay, that's just a short little mission, but we're gonna have to stop for fuel anyways. that one's gonna pay so much money though. Like, that's nuts. The 19th, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah, we've got plenty of time. You guys are liking this. I've been trying to see what you guys are saying about it, but no one's really saying much about it. So if you are liking it, or want to leave suggestions, any kind of feedback, just leave it in the comment section. I read all the comments. I will generally try to reply, unless it's something like, "Hi, Cairo." Like, I might not reply to that just because, like, it's just like saying something. It's not like but suggestions are of course appreciated. Names for ships. I mean, we've gotten so many ships now, and we're gonna the rate in which we get ships is actually we're gonna start getting a lot more ships pretty soon, because we're gonna start capturing a lot of ships once we get like a Bactrian and that kind of stuff set up. Missions. Maker. Large bulk to shiver. That's decent money right there. Don't want to take that. Those are both. Sure, I'll take 2 passengers. Why not? That's. I like the Syndicate, just like, I like their backstory, and it's kind of funny, because, it kind of feels almost like if, it's like those things like, if EA were to own this company, because EA, if you don't know about EA, what are you doing? Anyway, it's like if EA were to own this company, it's like 99 cents to own. It's basically what the Syndicate are. Like, they're like, land for fuel, $25. Not, they don't actually do that, but that's the kind of mindset these guys have, which is, in my opinion, funny, because we see a lot of similar things with, especially video game companies. They seem to do that a lot, where they're like, it's like pay to win kind of stuff, where like the game's quote unquote free, but you get like basically the tutorial and that's it, and then you have to purchase new areas or like new things in order to actually play the game. And sometimes it's after even paying for the game. Like, I'm not talking about DLCs, because most of the time DLCs are, like, actual, almost could be considered a second game. I'm talking more like the games where it's like, what's a good example? I can't really think of any good examples, but the games where they say, oh, yeah, this game costs this much, in-app purchases, sure, like, for instance, some people do skins, that's fine, but like other companies will have it be like, oh, you want to go to this area? Okay, well you gotta buy the pass to go there. You can't actually just go there without even though you bought the game, you don't get access to all the places. You have to buy like almost like some of them will have like yearly or monthly subscriptions, or they'll I think World of Warcraft does it or something. Some of the especially MMOs tend to do it. But they'll charge for places, and I think that's a little bit scummy. That's my own personal opinion. I'm sure it's on the business side seems like a good idea. I just personally don't think too highly of that, just because it seems almost like you're lying to people. Like you're like, oh yeah, you get to buy the game for this amount of money, and you buy the game. Well, technically, yes, you got the game for that much, but then they'll charge you so much more for things that actually matter, like to progress in the game. You need to buy this thing, and that really rubs me the wrong way when games do that. I don't mind skins, because things that don't actually give a bonus are fine in my opinion, because it doesn't enhance your chances of winning. It only enhances like what other people think of you, I guess. It's kind of like popularity or style, which I mean I get it. But I don't like how if especially if you already paid for the game. Like if it's a pay game to play, it's not free, and then they charge you extra for places, and it's not just cosmetic. That seriously upsets me sometimes. Luckily, this game doesn't do it. Which I did try to record. I'm starting up a Ultra Sun series. The video was actually supposed to come out like a couple days ago, the first episode. As I'm recording this, it's like the 15th of June. It was supposed to come out like Monday, and it's still, I recorded it on my phone, so it's not through OBS like I do my Endless Sky stuff. So it's just being a pain in the butt, because it recorded it in 2 segments, which I'm not sure why I didn't tell it to. I think it was because of size. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm going to have to re-record the episode, which, I mean, that's okay, I guess. But it's still a little bit, it's frustrating to have to deal with. Where do we, anything on the path line? Not really. What's the mission here? Oh, it's a mystery thing. It doesn't pay anything at all. But anyway, that was supposed to come out. I feel like my channel's been more or less only Endless Sky stuff, which isn't my intention. It's not only going to be Endless Sky. I want to do Pokemon stuff. I might do some Fortnite, because I like the game. I just don't want to be like everyone else who's all doing it, which kind of makes my channel like, well, what's the difference between your channel and theirs? I like having individuality. Things that you can't find on not anywhere else, but like on most channels. Like Endless Sky, I don't see any of that, and it's a great game. I think you guys are liking it. Like, they're getting views and likes, so I think these are doing pretty well. And I like playing them. It's a fun game. It's a lot of this stuff is in the early game though, and I haven't started the storyline, which is like one of the main attractions of the game. Is it's got a great storyline. Yeah, we can accept that mission. And then we'll. How much cash do we got? We genuinely almost have enough cash. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How long do we have to get there? Missions. 3rd of March. 13th of March, not 3rd. So we've got 14 days. Because I don't think this game does leap year. Oh, but that's a... Never mind. We just jump into a system into like a swarm of missiles. Oh look, which one has the best money? Is there like one of those like huge ones? Oh. Yep. There's a huge one sitting around. Those strike ones, dude. So much money. And the best part about them is you don't even have to worry about the time. Most of the really good ones, you have to worry about this other stuff. How long it's gonna take you? Can you do other missions? These ones, nope. Just show up whenever you feel like it. Which is so nice. I'm really glad those aren't rush missions. Like where they put you on a timer to get there. Not many things, but... Why am I not shooting? Let's see, large bulk to hopper. 123, 120, 213. This one over here, that's 123. Sure, we'll take that one too. Actually, yeah. Whoops. If you guys like this episode, I don't know, there's a like button. I mean, it might. I'm sorry that it's super long. This is, I genuinely just looked at it, and it's at 1 hour and 9 minutes right now. So, hope you guys liked the hour-long episode here. I might do a little bit of off-camera work. We got the behemoth in this episode. Next episode, I think we're going to be starting some of the free world stuff, which is going to be super fun, actually. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.